Okay, so here we are on my messy, unmade bed because I want to unbox something that I got for the truck. That's a little sketchy. Give us a 5-star feedback and get $1 cash. That doesn't seem legal at all. I'm probably gonna need this. Oh wow, this looks pretty legit actually. Has a wiring diagram and everything. Oh my god. This is something you almost never see. Wow. I'm kind of impressed so far. I hope this is any good. Operation manual. Now, here's the radio. This is what's going to be going in the Ford Explorer. Look at this. Canvas stick. How the hell did they know this was for a Ford Explorer? Holy shit. How the f did they know? I didn't tell them it was for a Ford Explorer. Holy shit. I'm kind of tripping out, dude. I'm impressed as right now, man. Wow. Okay. So this is pretty impressive. 4 small screws in the back. Not too sure what those are for. GPS antenna. Need that. USB cables. Okay. I'm gonna read the manual for a second. God, I hope this is good. One thing is, I'd like this volume knob to be a little bit longer. I mean, it feels really shallow, right? And it kind of feels it's almost hard to turn. But other than that, it looks pretty good. Okay, so today I'm working on my little sister's truck, and I'm going to be pulling apart everything and installing that new Android head unit I showed you earlier that I unboxed. Now, hopefully it is a pretty simple procedure. I'm just going to show you how I'm doing it. This isn't like a instructional tutorial on how it's being done. And before I continue, I need to mention a couple things. Number one being that this is my little sister's main driving truck. So she transports her kid around, she does the real estate work, and because of that, it is a pretty messy vehicle. So no judgment there. Don't be a dick in the comment section, please. Now, step 1 is to pull out this 7-meter bolt right here. I'm going to throw everything into the center console. Step 2 is to pull out this trim ring. So what we want to do is get a plastic pry tool, stick it underneath, just work your way around. Okay, so now that that's off, we'll keep that up here. I believe the next step is to put the pry tool in here. Pry that off just like so. Okay, there's those two. And then just move it out the way. Okay, so next step is to put the key in the ignition, put the car in neutral, turn the key out, push down parking brake. Next step, put trim removal tool in here. And the whole thing just pops right out. Very nice and easy like. There you go. So now for the other 10mm socket or 7mm sockets right here. This is the time where you need an extension, but I don't know where it is, so. Okay, so that's the original radio out. Now let's go get the new one. Okay, so all I need to do is go get the tiny Torx box, your screwdriver. Harbor Freight, thank you so much for this brilliant design. So what I'm doing right now is transplanting the screws, or the mounting face, to a new radio. Here's the new unit. It's gonna go in. Now this is just going to be a temporary installation, mainly because I need to drive this car to California tonight. Well, actually, let me see how everything goes. It's a big screw. The main thing is I want to plug this in and see how well it works before getting my hopes too high up. Oh, so that works pretty well. Okay, so in terms of my earlier problem of it not turning on and off with the actual ignition key, I figured out the problem, and I figured out how to remedy the issue. I think it's actually a design that they want it to be powered on continuously for longer periods of time. Because there's this wire that says ACC+, which means accessory positive, and there's a disconnectable or connectable link. When it's disconnected, the head unit turns on and off when the car is running. When it's connected, it stays on for a prolonged period of time. Now, I don't want the radio to drain the battery. That's my number one thing I don't want happening. Maybe it stays on for a predetermined amount of time before shutting off and the whole car system is de-energized. Maybe that's the case, but I'm going to figure that out next week when I'm actually going to be installing the backup camera. Okay, so right now, key in the ignition, head unit off, key turned on, head unit turns on, and it's now a stable green. I managed to change the color in the settings, but as you can see, the screen brightness changes when I turn the headlights on and off, but the lights on the head unit stay on constantly, which is not something I like. I like everything to be uniform and perfect, but I'll figure that out later. Now I turn the key off, head unit turns off, so I can live with that. I kind of miss how it used to turn off when the door would turn off, or the door would close, or door would open, but you know, I guess not anymore. And for now, I'm going to be closing the car up and getting it ready to go to California, because that's happening tomorrow, or day after tomorrow, one of those 2 days, right? So now to set it up, we'll put everything back together.
it one more chance. Worry and honey, give it one more chance.
I forgot to put the radio antenna in, son of a... Okay, so now that I got the head unit installed, I'm going to be driving around with it in the car for about a week or so, just so that I can get used to it and maybe figure things out a bit more. And next week I will be hopefully next week I'll try to post a video of me installing the backup camera and do like a mini review of the head unit. Or I might split those up into 2 different videos because I know how some people get. Anyway, I'm going to start cleaning up the bottom of this car and make sure everything's nice and, you know, not nasty. And that's about it. If you like this video and if you want to see the backup camera and review of this head unit, hit subscribe. I'll try to make it as in-depth and detailed as possible. If you want to see me installing another head unit like the Joying double-din unit I put in my mom's Ford Escape, which was a little bit more intensive, but you can probably find it on my channel from like maybe about 7 months ago. And that's about it. There's going to be a lot more stuff coming, so hit subscribe, have fun, do whatever you do on the internet. Okay, so while I got these parts out, I'm actually going to take them inside and wash them. I'll be very careful to not get water into either of these ports, but this is just too nasty to leave unwashed.